We knew that you took a shit. Yeah, we knew what happened. Nah, bro, because that bathroom probably is trifling right now, bro. I'm glad I'm done peeing. I'm not even gonna lie. I won't tell nobody else. I don't think we started though.
No, we started.
Oh, we did?
But
it's okay.
It's all good. This is how I like it raw, bro. I like the podcast raw. That sounds good, but no, I like the podcast raw. So, welcome back to the J-Rod Pod, guys.
God, son of a
bitch.
bitch. Good God. And people, please silence their phones before we get started, just in case.
It makes it funnier, actually.
Yeah, that was hilarious, actually. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, what are the fucking odds?
It's the gods of comedy, bringing more humor to the set. So, with that being said, guys, welcome back to the J-Rod Pod. I know it's been a little bit. I've had some family things going on, so I haven't been able to make an episode in a while. But when I came back, which is today, with a new guest, I had to make sure that it was a guest that is truly funny, because that's what the J-Rod Pod is about, being funny, right?
Drink to that.
So, give a huge clap to Kirk, the comedian.
It's de Jerk.
De Jerk.
Yes.
Wait, it's not Kirk?
It's Kirk de Jerk.
Kirk's a jerk.
That's my
all right, let me edit this out. All right, guys, welcome back to the J-Rod Pod. And I know I haven't been making, podcasts lately. I've been focusing on stand-up a lot, and also I've had some personal things going on. But I knew that I had to have a very funny guest when I first came back. So give it up for Kirk the Jerk. The Jerk.
The Jerk.
The Jerk.
The business is Le Jerks.
Oh.
Okay. My name is Kirk, D-A-J-E-R-K.
Okay.
Jerk.
Give it up for Kirk the Jerk, the comedian.
Yeah.
Who owns a business called Le Jerks.
Le Jerks, yeah.
Le Jerks.
Yeah.
It's an edible business.
It is an edible business.
And, thanks, bro. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, this is, when Johnny hit me up, J-Rod hit me up, I was like, Johnny Gargano from freaking WWE Universe wants me on this freaking podcast, DIY. So.
Hell yeah, dude.
I was with it. I don't know if you guys watch wrestling. And we're back.
All right, guys. As you can see, we got a very talented guest here. He sings.
Yeah, not in real life.
No, I'm joking.
I bust a note every now and again. I mean, I'm literally, when I first started comedy about 5-6 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is a seasoned comedian right here, guys.
Yeah. I'm at least 5 years in the game.
Yeah. You guys got to understand it, because I just passed the year mark.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that. Way, I told myself last year, I got to do this before I turn 26. My birthday's on February 19th. My first time going up, February 18th. I did it. And shout out Dirty Deacon. And I haven't looked back. I thought about it, because I had no job. I had no girlfriend. I had no money. What do I have to lose? You know what I mean? So it's like, and something I wanted to do. It's just really being comfortable with rejection. You know what I mean? Like, in a way, like, and I guess I was scared of that. But now I'll get rejected all the time. So it's cool.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
First time I got rejected, it was by my mom, though. So.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. She was like, what? You think you about to go outside in that shirt? No.
Okay.
Change that shirt. Does
your mom ever talk to you about, like, when you're talking about comedy, does she ever chime in? Because I'll tell you about my mom, but I want to ask you first. Does she ever, like, oh, I know you do that, but, like, you got to focus on something else or whatnot? Because
not comedy? Or?
Right. Like, she's kind of...
No, she, well, my mother...
Timestamp that.
Man, shout out to my mom. Yeah, shout out to Miss Kirkland. She supported me in doing comedy, but is that what she wanted me to do? No.
Okay.
My mother was a teacher.
That's cool.
For about like 20 years. So my mom taught in the whole school district. She's taught everybody from my older sister down to like my little brother. And
oh, wow.
My mom has taught families.
That's cool.
Like, so everybody in the community knows my mom. So it's like, I dropped out of school.
Okay.
So I never got a high school diploma. I never got one. I never got one of those. I got a GED.
When did you drop out?
My graduation year was 2006.
Okay.
So I dropped out like that next year.
Were you sophomore, freshman?
Man, I was a senior with 9th grade credits.
Got you. I was
a
comedian.
I wasn't. I was. You know what it was? I was like, you know what? I'm outside. That's what it was. Yeah. I was stupid.
Me too.
I was like, man, look at the sun. It's bright. You don't say that when it's snowing and you don't have nowhere to stay. Stupidity. But then you learn. You live and you learn. And then I moved back in with my mom. And I was like, Mama, I'm gonna be a comedian. Screw this crap, man. I've been working. I got a 9 to 5. I'm out here doing my thing. I can't keep on. I don't want to work for nobody else. I want to work for me. She was like, all right, well, you gonna do something in my house. That's
right.
Parents,
Right.
So
absolutely.
You gonna do something. Oh, all right, Mom. So I'm still working my little 9 to 5. I'm doing my thing, and I start a podcast. I start a live show on Facebook.
Okay. We'll put the link.
I haven't done it in a while, but it was Jerking After Dark.
That's a great name, bro.
Jerking After Dark. That was So I did that for like my first year, like my first 2 years. I was doing Jerking After Dark, and I went on at 12:34. So it was like the morning show. Like I would literally do it from like 12:34 to like 3.
Okay.
And I would just stay on live no matter who, and like people are literally getting up.
Are you saying 12:34 a.m.?
Yeah.
Like
midnight. 3 in the morning.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. 12:34 in the morning to 3 in the morning. I would, and then sometimes it would be so lit. Next thing I know, the freaking sun is coming up. It's like it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's a wild.
Like my mom done she didn't came downstairs like, bro, like what in the? I'm trying to sleep.
Right.
You're making my fibromyalgia act up.
Like, and what are you doing in this on this? Like, are you like?
It's me and the people. So like, man, shout out to everybody who ever watched Jerking After Dark. It was so crazy because I got followers everywhere.
Yeah.
Like Portugal, Australia, Africa, Paris. I had Paris audience.
You got the Parisians.
Man, like their page was the Twins Barbers. They had a barbershop out in Paris, France, off the cobblestone, like right there, and they're like, we watch you every morning. It's freaking first thing in the I go live with the people who go, who come into the live. So I'll like go live with them. And like I'm seeing Paris literally first thing in the freaking morning.
Guys, so
they're going outside. Kirk de Jerk, we watch you every morning, man. We just get started in a barber shop, and it was just somebody sitting in the chair, got the music playing, telling me to listen to like freaking people. Like it was a crazy type of experience. You know what I mean? And then I was like, yo, Mom, like college might not be for me. Like, I done dropped out of college now. Like, I gotta figure out what the heck I'm gonna do with myself. You know what I mean? And so like I started an Instagram page, and then I'm doing that, and then so I follow 5150. I'm following Corey Holcomb. That was just a little bit too old for me.
Gotcha.
I love Corey Holcomb. Like it was a little raunchy, it was a little gritty, a little dirty and shit, but it was. I'm like, oh, this is right up my alley. This is what I want to do. This I want to be on I want to talk to the people, and so I started watching 85 South Show. Now this is back when they just started. Okay. Like they're in Steve Harvey's old office.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure what is that show about.
85 South?
Yeah.
85 South is a podcast that started between Carlos Miller, DC Young Fly, and Chico Bean.
Okay. Oh, I know Chico Bean. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They started a podcast together, and it actually was DC and Carlos and my boy Chad. Shout out to my boy Chad.
Shout out Chad.
Chad is the man. Chad is the man, bro. So they started, I'm talking about like banging on desks.
Yeah.
Like with pencils, like so they can rap.
Oh,
like
damn,
this,
that's
like
sick.
I'm talking about. This is like back. I don't even think they could smoke in there like yet. Like this is like back in the time, like when they literally just started the podcast.
What year?
This is at least like 2018.
17?
I wanted
You can look it up.
17, 18.
I can always edit out like.
I want to know too though. I want to know too.
Should I keep the fan on? Is it getting hot in here? Okay, cool. You good? All right, we're good. Okay, cool. Just trying to make sure everyone's comfortable. But yeah, that is sick.
And they in 2015.
Holy shit.
In 15. So that means I started watching at 16.
That's
and I became a comedian in like 17, 18.
Damn.
And I've been doing comedy. It's almost
time flies, right?
That is wild, bro.
Time flies, dude.
So I start watching them, and I'm like, I quickly become like one of their biggest fans because I am enthralled. I am literally just
with them or with like
just the whole concept overall. I want to know everything. I think you guys are funny. You guys are on Wild 'N Out. That's one of my TV shows that I'm watching. You know what I mean?
All three of them,
right? Yeah. So all three of them are on Wild 'N Out. They like literally are, as they say, the OGs.
Right.
Like they've been around for at least freaking 13 seasons.
Dang.
And they only
13 seasons?
And it's only like 16 or 15 or something like that. And they've been around and Los been there, I think, since the first season.
Yeah. That's wild, dude. To have 13 seasons of a show, that's
and I'm talking about, and they've been doing it. And so like I'm like, yo, I'm with all of this. I need to learn this crap. So like I'm watching, I'm commenting on every time I see somebody go live, I'm getting shouted out and stuff.
Nice.
I know everybody and stuff. And they're like, yo, come down to the show. So like March 22nd, 2018, I get invited out to Atlanta, and that's when I met Popcorn in the back of an 85 South show performance.
That's wild.
And Popcorn's in the back, kicking it, got his suit and hat on, and DC Young Fly like, hey, bro, I need you to come take pictures for me and my partner, man. You know what I mean? It's him, and I'm like, bro, look at me.
What would you say, like, because, some of the audience doesn't know Popcorn.
Oh, man,
what would you say Popcorn's role is in the Detroit comedy scene?
Popcorn is a respectable old school person in the game. So Popcorn is one of those type of people who've been in the game so long. You can ask Popcorn if you got some real questions about comedy. He really cares about the community.
Yeah.
And I adore that about Popcorn. He is out here. He's with the young people, no matter how funny or how much they're striving to be more funny. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't want to tear anybody down.
He's helped me out.
And he's a straight up genuine guy. He gonna tell it like he see it.
I love that.
And I appreciate him. I appreciate him. Now, at this time, I'm not a comedian, so I have no idea who this guy Popcorn is.
Okay.
Carlos is just like, yeah, man, shoot, this Popcorn. He out here from Detroit. I don't know if you fuck with him or not, but shoot, this Popcorn. Hey, hold my Black and Mild. I got to go back on stage.
Right.
So now I'm back here with a freaking Black and Mild.
Okay.
Yeah, he just gave me his Black and Mild. Carlos and walked the fuck off. Then just left. Then I'm like, damn, man, you could have gave this one of your thugs or something. It's like 5 big niggas with book bags back here. You could have gave this to anybody else. I'm over here. Shoot, he knew I wasn't going to smoke it. That's what it is.
Right. Trust you.
I put it down, though.
Okay.
I don't know where. He probably
somewhere.
He probably didn't get that back.
I mean, that's cool. So
so I started. So March 18th, March 22nd, 2018, I went and I saw that show. And that changed everything. So instead of going back home, I changed my plane ticket, to go from Michigan to Florida. And I stayed in Florida for about a month, and I did 2 shows.
Oh, wow.
And then I came back home, and then I went out to Illinois, and I did a show. And then I came back home, and I started my own comedy place in Inkster, where I'm from. I'm from Inkster, Michigan. And then I started a clothing business to further help that business.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm looking at my mom's like, shoot, hey, ma, fuck this college shit.
Right.
I'm out here in these streets. I'm out here. It's still cold winters, but you know,
having fun.
Everybody knows me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like now I'm getting calls. You know what I mean? Like I'm out here. Like I'm, you know, oh, come do this show. You know, come do this show. And
so you're getting booked.
I'm talking about like
how many years? And this is like how many years in?
My second year. Okay. My second year, I'm already outside my second year.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm already outside.
Cool as hell.
So I did some mics. Shout out to Melanie Hearn and Heather J and Josh Adams. Freaking
I looked him up, or not him, but I looked up on ChatGPT, like who are some of the most prominent Detroit comedians, and Josh Adams was one of them.
Oh man, up. When I say Josh gotta be like, Josh is like the big cousin that everybody want, but you know, everybody can't have, you know what I mean? Right. Like he don't come around for everybody and shit like us. And I can respect it. You know what I mean? I can respect that. He
can't let everyone in.
I mean, shoot, when you as funny as that young man, I want to protect my peace too. You know, just to keep it plain and simple and keep that moving. You know what I mean? Like if I was as funny as him, I want to protect my peace too, man. So, you know, shout out to Josh Adams. So all of these people, man, me, Chanel, Simply Chanel, these is like my first year. This is like my first year. So like I'm meeting all of these people who are like, you know, T-Bar.
You're meeting respectable people.
I'm meeting people who like runs Fago Red.
Oh, Fago's funny.
She's so crazy. Man, Marv Ross. I'm meeting the whole generation before me. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
I got a job, and this is about as humble as the beginning can get.
Yeah.
After I did all of that, I was like, I got to get closer to the comedy scene in Michigan. How can I do it? Punchline just opens.
Oh wow.
Yep. I text the owner off of Craigslist.
Was that Boogie?
The owner of Punchline.
Boogie just is like a host there.
Just a
he's not the owner
of the whole establishment.
Gotcha.
I text him. I hit him up. I'm like, yo, I would work here. Yes, I need to work. I just want to be closer to the comedy scene.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there as a busboy and a waiter.
That's what's up.
Just so I can get closer to comedy. I got $300 tickets leaving because I'm watching the shows laughing. And I'm not moving fast enough for people to get back and forth and pay me and I'm talking about people are just walking out on me.
And are you so they're walking out on you like
on their tab. Like they come to the comedy show that we're all laughing at.
Yeah.
And then like their bill, it's like 6 people at a table. It's like $300 and something freaking dollars. And they walk out. And so I'm stuck with that bill.
Oh man. Yeah.
Man, met some of the best people in my freaking life. Having those freaking tabs walk out on me. Shout out to Ty for paying my tab.
Shout out to Ty, man.
Shout out to Ty. Ty I don't know if Ty still owns Punchline, but
okay.
You know, yeah, Ty owned Punchline, so you know, shout out to the owner. He knew what I was doing. I mean, freaking DC was their first.
Who's DC?
DC Young Fly.
Okay, yeah, and he's a prominent Detroit comedian.
No, DC Young Fly is Carlos Miller. DC Young Fly, Chico Bean. Yeah, he's one of those. He's one of the 85 South. He's one of the 85 South.
So what exactly is the 85 South? For people that don't know,
it's a podcast. We said that.
But like, I'm sorry, I should rephrase it. Who are the like people that are behind it?
Carlos Miller, DC Young Fly, Chico Bean.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's the 85 South crew, and everybody else that supports the 85 South. So you know, neither here nor there, but yeah. So DC Young Fly was one of their first comedians, their big comedian tickets at the Punchline.
Okay.
They was like, we need a place. We need a place to perform if we're going to come to Detroit. I was like, man, go to Punchline. So like Ty talks to they talk to them. DC gets out here and DC freaking performs at I'm like, come on, man.
Did you crush?
It's DC Young Fly. Like, we'll talk about sold out shows. Well, he was the hottest. I think Instagram really just
popping off
like the whole way through. Like it was doing a little bit, but shoot, because you got to remember he from Vine,
Right. So
Yeah,
Vine, that's like the original TikTok.
Yeah, that's the original TikTok. Like, what craziness?
So that's wild. Okay, so
yeah, so and that was and that's like that's my whole little
that's how you got in it.
I appreciate every single minute for it. I love it. I love every single person I get to meet and the people I get to.
Everyone's cool. Everyone seems cool, and I mean, obviously, there's people that aren't cool that are kind of like you can tell they're just trying to like. I feel like when you compare yourself to others, especially in the comedy world, and like where they are or the opportunities they get, that is when it gets messy for for those people because
It ain't even messy.
I'm not.
It's somebody else. You live in somebody else's life.
Yeah. Yes.
You trying to live vicarious. You trying to well, I don't know why I ain't got that. Like, where was you at though?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
just
shoot.
like show up.
Yeah.
Show up, do it. But I want to talk about because you do have edible company.
Le Jerks.
Le Jerks.
Le Jerks.
So tell me a bit about how you got into that.
Yeah, so
yeah, just keep up.
I always been a big fan of pot.
Yeah.
Pot is I mean, Michigan, we were on the verge of getting it legal, and then when it did get legal, I dove in with two hands. And becoming a homeowner, it made it very easy for me I can't cook it in my mama house.
Right.
You might as well be cooking dope. You can't be doing that.
Yeah.
Can't cook weed at your mama house. That ain't gonna work. So I had to take that business up the street. That's what they say. You know, if you're gonna do that mess up the street. So that's all I did. And I got my own house, and man, I started making some stuff, and I was like, man, I can make this, and then I was like, I can make that, and then that just grew into something else, and that grew into something else, and next thing I know, I am
Chef Boyardee.
I am sponsoring the NW. I am one of the sponsors for the NW Black Comedy Fest. Like that's.
Wait.
I was one of the sponsors.
I've been at the Punchline.
Yeah.
And I've I've heard them talking about like, hey, we got someone selling weed or like
the
edibles and whatnot. Is that you?
It could have been.
That's wild. That's wild, man.
Bro. It really could have been because
when I was first getting into it too. Like,
yeah, it probably was.
That's wild.
It's probably I've been doing the edibles as long as I've probably been doing comedy. Probably 1 year apart.
That's a good.
I started doing comedy, and then I started doing edibles. I was like, I need to be able to get high while I tell these jokes.
Right.
Can't just go on stage with a joint. It's not gonna work like that.
Right. Because by the time you come from the car to the mic, it's like you're already
I'm already going down. Somebody is blowing my high.
Right.
If it's not the door person asking me if I am who I say, the door person is like Google password. Bro, like why do I need 2 pieces of authentication?
Right.
I should have been on the list, bro. Come on now. They just need a picture of me.
And this is before or after you started working
at a Punchline?
Yeah.
No, when I was working at Punchline, I'm walking through the back door, so I'm good. Yeah, because I got a Punchline shirt on.
I was gonna
like
say,
they can't say nothing nowadays. A little different. I don't
because you don't work there and
not at all.
People.
Not at all. I mean, I barely know nobody. I only know my friends, man.
Dude, I find it really cool and also like just intriguing that the way you got into comedy wasn't necessarily through starting in Detroit.
Oh yeah, no.
That's something I haven't like really heard of.
Yeah, my first show was in Dunedin, Florida, at Dunedin Brewery. You guys can look it up if you're in Florida.
Put a picture.
Yeah, it's a great little place. A guy was out there from LA, and I almost did better than him. It was pretty crazy. It was crazy.
It's a nice feeling.
Well, no, I'll tell you something that's cooler than that. So I'm in LA. I'm doing some shows out in LA.
Yeah.
And I'm with my boy CT. CT3. Shout out to Curtis Taylor III. And he takes me to this freaking comedy club. I perform. I rock it. And the guy comes up and he's like, bro, you were mad funny, man. That dude, I love how you, dude, I was right there with that story with you, bro. He walks off, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Right.
And so CT walks up to me. He was like, bro, you know who that was? And I was like, nah. He was like, dude, that's Wayne's World kid, bro. That's the blonde hairs.
Blonde haired guy from Wayne's World?
Yeah, it's the blonde hair. It's his son. He does comedy.
Oh my.
He just said that. He just said that he liked your set, bro. That's
what a compliment.
I'm like, oh, I mean, it would have been a compliment if I could got booked somewhere. But I mean, shoot, I'll take what I can get.
Right. You take what you get.
I'll take what I can get. But yeah, it's like you mess around and go outside, like you never know, like who's
watching,
who's at your show, like, enjoying you. That's why they say, whether it be one person or 100 people, man, rock your time.
I agree with that 100%, dude. Like, I think, like, sometimes Tony Roni's, like, people just don't show up. And so what I started doing was, I'm like, all right, well, I didn't drive all the way out here to not perform. So I will go around the restaurant and I'll tell them, hey, just so you guys know, we got a free show, 5-10 minutes is starting. And, normally it works. Like, people come in.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like, that's important to,
it is,
like, even if they're not paying, it's about the reps. I feel like that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Getting those reps, consistency, and just,
that's the only thing that's going to verify your time for real.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to go. If you haven't told your joke at least like freaking dang near 100 times.
Dude, for real.
If you can't just be sleep, wake up and say a part of your joke, then you don't know your joke and your joke isn't solid. You see what I'm saying? It's not all the way cohesive. You got to say or look down. I mean, I know people. I know people do it. I know people do it, but I promise you, it is one of my biggest pet peeves in the game. Anybody looking down at the phone, are there notes?
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
100%, especially if you've been doing it for.
It's just, I mean, it's just like, I understand that you're coming here to work out,
but still.
Yeah. I mean, at least know what type of weight that you're putting on your set before you start pushing it up. Because if you just like, oh yeah, no, just you trying to max out.
right.
And you out here got blown tendons and stuff.
My biceps.
My bicepsuals. So who needs that type of problem if you just, sit there, you do your little small work, do 20 push-ups a day, just read it, say it over, just know that you got it. And then, when you get out, it won't be that hard, shoot.
But I mean, bro, this is Kirk. All right. So this is Kirk. So I want to get a little bit into just some current events, with you and whatnot. Yeah. So I don't know. Are you on like X, Twitter, whatever, or
I'm on
Instagram,
Facebook. I got a Snapchat. I don't know what my Twitter name is. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm locked out. I think I'm locked out of my Twitter. Twitter. I heard Twitter's nothing but porn nowadays.
Well, it's X. And I still say Twitter too, though, because I don't know. But it's not just porn. It's just what you look at. It's like your algorithm, So like, and that's the thing. So people are having these social media meltdowns, right? And that is causing a lot of young men to have mental illness, such as a psychosis. Now, I know this because I went through this.
Okay.
I had a psychosis. Obviously, I was doing drugs at the time, and so that didn't help.
At least they were the good ones.
Yeah. Yes. True. True. But it definitely, if you're constantly looking at social media and X and all this stuff, like you're gonna just go nuts because your algorithm is feeding you what you constantly like, what you see. It is collecting your data. And so whatever you think, like whatever you see, and then you're like, oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna click on, like, let's just say we're living in a matrix, right? You click on that. Next thing you know, more things about a matrix comes up. Yep. And then it leads you down this rabbit hole. And that rabbit hole, like, if you're just constantly seeing this and more because of the algorithm, you're going to start to truly believe we're living in a matrix, and it's wild and I'm just using that example. Like, it could be anything. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
One of mine's is I got into
Knitting,
crocheting. That's
okay,
from
but that's healthy.
It's not. It's
Are you talking about like knitting?
it's with the crochet needle. You put it around your
That's
finger.
cool though.
It's not.
I mean, it's nasty
I got
stuff.
stuff to do at home, freaking trying to freaking make a Mickey Mouse poo shiesty. Like, come on now. Like, who is about to sit there for 36 hours?
Yeah.
And knit a Mickey Mouse poo shiesty? Okay, I don't got. I did, and it started on Instagram because they heard me talking to my cousin about crocheting. I was like, yeah, I just got some new crocheting needles. I'm about to tear it up. I'm like, all right, shoot, this is all right, shoot. What I wanted was some, I wanted some them Bob's Burgers. I don't know if y'all ever watch Bob's Burgers, but I watch Bob's Burgers. Okay, so Louise she's the youngest child. She got little bunny ears. I wanted my cousin to knit me some bunny ears for my dog. I got a pocket bully. She real small. I was like, hit her with the bunny ears. Her name is Louise.
Oh, you were
get it?
You were deep in
You get it?
You were deep in this.
My Instagram decided to be toxic.
Yeah.
So now we have a toxic relationship. I have seen Instagram knit every single type of Bob's Burger character, type of hat and scarf.
Right.
I done seen Coochie Copy nightlife scarves and stuff. So now I gotta.
You just gotta chill on that. And so whenever that happens to me, like if in terms of the algorithm, because dude, the algorithm is so I should give a little background. I'm kind of integrated into the Web3 space, so crypto, NFTs, all that stuff. Right?
Okay, crypto. I know what that means.
Yeah, and like when you hear about these like meme coins that go up and people make millions and stuff, bro, it is all dictated by these the market makers, essentially, who are the people. It's like this group, right, of people, and
the 2%.
Dude, that's weird you said that, because there is an account called, or it's either 2% better or 1% better, but he like gives advice on how to make your X account grow and whatnot, because he looks at the algorithm of X, sees what updates are that whoever is doing it, Elon Musk or his team or whatever, and he'll see that, and then so he'll know what is the next thing to like trend, so you can get ahead of it by posting, right? It's very complex in a way.
Sounds intricate as hell.
Yeah, it's very intricate, but the thing is, it's weird because if you like join these groups, or you see it on like the trending coins, you're already too late. You're already too late because it's a pump dump, right?
Oh.
And so there is this one coin, I'm just going to toss it out there. It's called Internet Money Glitch, right? It's on Solana. The great thing about this coin is about 4 years ago, I used to have a podcast with a very smart individual. He was the president of the master's program for data science at U of M Ann Arbor. Now he's like the VP at some fucking bank or whatever. We created a Discord community with over 200 people, all about investing in stocks and crypto and all that shit, right? But
tell him hit me up.
Well, you can join the Discord, because pretty soon it's not going to be free. And this isn't, I'm not trying to advertise for it right now or anything.
Right.
That sounds like it, but
stamp this.
But it's just crazy because once you see these people that are able to make so much money from these cryptos and meme coins and whatnot, and then people that have not been in the space for a while, they'll think they can do the same thing. But the problem is they don't understand it's a game. It's a game. Yeah. And the game is dictated by the market makers, who are these accounts that already have millions of dollars, and they'll make bots, and those bots will buy
buy and sell and stuff like that. Oh yeah. I've heard about that.
Right.
Heard about that.
Yeah, and that's good, bro, that you've heard about that, because a lot of people have not. And so when they get into the crypto space,
I got this hunk of teddy bear of a man right here.
Shout out Will, man.
Shout out to bro, man. Bro. Shout out to bro.
I feel comfort just looking over at Will, man.
And just every time you see him, like he could probably flip a probably small car. Like right now, just easily flip a just like, you know what? I don't want this right here. Let's move it. You know what I mean? He's the type of person that if he got drunk and you was at White Castle and you needed the booth to move, he gonna move the booth.
What a guy, man.
Yeah. Even though the booth is bolted to the ground.
All right.
He's just gonna move it.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I was at White Castle and I accidentally picked up his order and he started getting mad at me, I would give him both my order and his.
And you know what? One time we got into a fight over a honey bun.
Okay.
And I started buying him a honey bun every week. Since then, we was probably in the 7th grade. I'm 36 years old.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's my bro. I'm telling you, I love my bro. It's him and my little brother Beans, and my little brother Beans does.
Oh, I love that name, bro. Beans.
Jew Beans, bro. Isn't that just?
Is he Jewish?
Is he Jewish?
You said Jew Beans?
Yeah, Jew Beans.
Is he Jewish?
No, like J-U.
Oh, okay.
Like Juju.
I'm sure. I know.
Damn,
I know he's not.
Am I Jewish? You got me thinking. I'm like, bro, my nose is big. Like, come on, man. Give me something, okay? Because I ain't never learned how to save a penny. If I'm Jewish, then I'm doing it wrong.
Is Jewish, like, is that a race or an ethnicity?
I think that's more so of like a.
They do look different compared.
Well, it's Jewish. Jewish is like Catholic and Christianity.
But they have like Israel. You know, like they have their own country. Like I have a few Jewish friends. Right about the nose.
Because I mean because it's Jewish people. That's shout out to my Jew. You know what?
Good. Yeah, shout out Jewish people.
I love y'all. Do you know how hard it is to have some of my Jewish friends can't even talk to me until the weekends because they ain't allowed to come outside.
Really? Why? Why is that? What are they doing over?
Counting money in between. I don't know.
They know how to count money.
Talking about
that's for sure.
Businesses, bro. Them and my Habibs.
Habibs, bro. I love Habibs.
I just
Pretty Little Tang that I'm doing.
Really?
Yeah. Shabibi.
La ha la ha. Okay, la ha la.
And she just started. She's been on the podcast before.
Okay. Shout out to her.
Shout out to her. I'm not gonna say her name.
No names.
But
the names have been covered to protect the innocent.
Right, exactly. And she's a very innocent person, but she's very talented. She does henna artwork. So like you ever seen like it's like that tattoo stuff.
Henna.
But it's not like I'll put like a little picture here, but it's not permanent. So it's like black.
Henna.
Yeah, henna. For people that don't know.
Yeah, henna is a temporary tattoo.
Yes.
That is big in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes on like black and then it turns like red, I do believe.
I'm not sure, but one thing she did say to me that I actually have a clip of, but she said the darker the ink, like normally they do it before weddings, right?
Yeah.
She said the darker the ink, the deeper the love. Which I'm not sure, I don't know.
That is
true or not, but
that is
isn't that something?
That makes me think about stuff.
Right?
Like
trippy.
I'm talking about, bro, when I all I did was Darth Vader was the master of ceremonies at my wedding. Like
for real?
Dead ass.
You had a guy dressed as Darth Vader? That's sick.
I was in Vegas. Under the Vegas sign.
Let's go.
With Darth Vader.
Are you serious?
I could have paid an extra like $300 and had Yoda there too. But it was like literally like 118 degrees that day though. So
okay.
I wasn't gonna have face paint melting over.
Yeah.
I was good on that. Yeah. But no, Darth Vader literally orchestrated.
He orchestrated the entire thing.
Like, yes.
So he's not a bad guy.
By the powers of the dark side invested in the state of Las Vegas, Nevada.
So you got married when?
August 15th, 2020.
Okay, cool.
So I've been married for 5 years.
And so because when did COVID hit and we all had to like...
It was like 2018, 19. It was like 19, 20. So, well, it really hit in 18.
We had to like stay.
Yeah. So COVID hit that winter. So when fall went to winter in 2018, it hit. And so that's when it started getting bad. But 19 is when it was big enough and the numbers were huge and they locked it down. Okay. So my wife is a first responder. She is a nurse.
Oh, shout out to nurses. I always say this. Shout out to nurses. I feel like nurses do more than doctors. All I ever see is doctors rolling with a little thing. They're like, all right.
Out here in the streets. I'm talking about like she had to do the whole PPE thing. She was on the unit with actual COVID patients. Wow. Like people were getting amputated because of COVID. Like
shit.
Like
they were getting amputated?
People lost arms and legs and shit. Like
why?
Because COVID.
But like what? I guess COVID was like changing.
It was a system shutdown. So something shuts down and then the flesh ain't getting proper blood flow and stuff. Right. So it's necrosis. Now it's dead and they gotta amputate or it's gonna spread like a bad apple in a barrel of monkeys. It was wild. So that was a wild time, COVID, but we made it past that.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, we made it past COVID. Yeah, that was. Woo! Now y'all brought up dark times.
Okay.
That daggone COVID. Man.
I got another question, and Will, feel free to chime in, because this is very strange, and it goes along with just kind of meltdowns. Okay. So there is a teacher who identifies as a cat recently.
Wait.
And she's asking the kids to call her Miss Purr. What do you think about that? And would you call her Miss Purr if you were a parent at the school? Or a parent who had a child at this school, and you hear this teacher is identifying as a cat, and she wants to be called Miss Purr by
I got questions.
What are your thoughts on
that? Because the only thing that's important is the questions.
Yeah.
The questions will answer. As long as the questions answer themselves, then we gonna make it.
Yeah.
Did she apply to this job as identifying?
Let me tell you.
A cat.
So it says down in Queensland, Australia, a high school teacher has allegedly been hissing, purring, and sporting cat ears in class, asking kids to call her Miss Purr. Parents are livid, claiming it's unprofessional. While the story has gone viral for its sheer oddity, it is a mental break, a bold statement, or just someone really into their feline era. What do you guys think about that?
That is too much. Because for one, I was already about to ask some very good questions, but the fact that she hissing at that's because you want to be Miss Purr? Shit, because Brandon wants to be Brenda. Right. I'm down with all that. You know what I mean? Shoot, I don't give a crap if Bethany wants to be Bucky. Then let her be him. You know what I mean? I don't have no problem with that. But what I do got a problem with is you hissing at my child.
Exactly, bro.
Don't have my child come home crying and shit, and I'm over here like, what's wrong? And they like, my teacher was like that's. I'm about to be like, bitch, excuse me, like. Right. Excuse me, bitch. I'm outside.
Now I'm back outside.
Like, yeah, I can't, because I don't care.
Did you hiss at my child?
Did you hiss at my? So what did my child do, Miss Purdy?
Well, you want to hear the most disturbing part?
It's all disturbing.
She set up a litter box for herself.
So time out.
No, I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you guys.
I was about to say, bro. Not that I ain't seen, not that I didn't seen a wet spot in the classroom, because that's going against OSHA. Okay, now I gotta call somebody. Somebody, mama gonna have to.
And I love cats, bro. I
got two of them.
Oh, you got cats?
I have a calico and a tuxedo.
Okay, I gotta say this, and don't take this the wrong way.
Okay,
you're one of the first black people I've ever met that has owned a cat.
Because they're not mine.
Oh,
he's also owned 2 cats. He's also he had 2 cats too. That was his thing. Yeah, he had a tabby.
Did you fall in love with the cat? Like
I love the mess.
You had a tabby and a what?
I don't know.
Ooh,
He had a tabby and
a Prince and a Simba.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
the symbol was tabby, and then the Prince was
Calico?
I think Prince was a calico.
Okay.
And then I have a calico, a girl calico, small, not the fat one, short fur, and then I got the tuxedo, same.
I have a tuxedo cat too, named Mr. Cat.
So
Put a picture.
My cat's real names are Van Gogh and Tie Dye.
Ooh, cat names.
But I have renamed them Fabio and Phoebe.
I like that.
Even better, right?
I like that, bro. Fabio and Phoebe.
Fabio and Phoebe, bro.
That's a great name.
I freaking.
If you send me pictures, I'm gonna put.
I'm gonna get that today.
Okay.
I'm gonna just go ahead and be like, boom, face, bow. We're gonna, book up, and then hold on, book up, and then wait. That's 2 pictures. Can we get one with like,
bro? We can.
Your cat's on this side,
yeah,
and then my cat's on that side. I'm just having fun with the animation, you guys. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, bro. we can do whatever needs to be done. So, I guess a question that I have, because I can look at the analytics and the demographic of like who watches, and I do have a decent amount of white listeners. Why does it seem, and this is just from a white person's perspective, that because in the comedy club I've asked before, like, who here owns a cat, and no one raised their hand. I did it again one day. No one raised their hand. What is it? Because cats in Detroit typically are like I've noticed, because I used to go door to door as a job, and I've noticed cats always in the street.
They're everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
So
I got 2 families in my backyard, living in a 1-bedroom flat in my neighbor's backyard shed. Right now, I've been evicting them for 2 years. I cannot stand that crap, bro.
But you got love for cats.
I mean, I do because I had a black cat. That was the original cat that we brought into the house.
Gotcha.
And so from the black cat we had, which was Dabby, Dab for short.
Okay.
R.I.P. to Dab. And then after Dab was Van Gogh, Fabio, and then I got a Maine Coon.
Oh. Yes. That ain't just no normal cat, people. Maine Coon is
that is the puppy of cats.
Yeah, that is. Was it expensive?
Oh man. And so cause
it's a big cat.
It is a big cat. And I probably like seller's fee, like rehoming fee. Like I probably pay like $35-$40 for him. Like legit, a whole Maine Coon. Like just I loved him. But he didn't play good with the other cats.
That makes sense. Yeah.
He was so jealous. He made the best biscuits.
What?
I'm sorry. Just I know you guys.
Are you talking about?
Yeah. When they're fucking making the dough. Come on now. You know what's up. It's biscuits.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're saying.
You need to get hip. Okay, that's not just a black people term.
No.
Everybody uses this.
Dude, my first thought was I'm thinking of a cat
in the kitchen making biscuits.
Yeah. But I know what you mean. Oh
yeah. Because we're making. They're making. He made the best. I'm talking about he was so gentle, and then he was just pop, what, bro? He was just like the Kendrick song. He was gonna fuck him up. I was like, damn.
Well, so when he would get jealous, would he attack the other cat?
And he would. And so there's 2 other cats, almost 3 other cats at this time. So it's you're the big bully of the house, and I'm about to get a dog. I'm about to get 2 dogs. So I will not. If in a house of 5 animals, if you're the only problem, then you gotta go.
Sure. I got 5 animals.
You gotta go. So
yeah.
So that's how it. Oh snap! Hey Henricia. Hey girl.
Yeah, we got the cleaning lady walking by.
Her name's probably Sandra. So why?
Should we invite her in here? No, I'm kidding.
We can't. All she's gonna do is just empty the trash. That's all. So I love it.
But there is one more thing that I want to cover, and believe it or not, guys, we've been recording for almost an hour, 58 minutes.
We have a lot of content,
and we can always do a part 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously,
anytime.
This is gonna be cut down.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah. So then you can just kind of
get the chemo.
Fit it in. Yeah. Fit it in how you want to. We should have did more breaks in between segments.
100%. But I mean, well, trust me, the editing will
No, I mean, shit, it's your shit. You know what I mean? Like, I did this. You know, hopefully I didn't fuck it up too much. You know what I mean? Hopefully we had some fun here. Okay,
I invited you on here to do this.
Yeah,
for a reason.
Yeah, I understand.
So I would like to talk about real quick the Detroit comedy scene, because, in LA, they have a comedy scene which is kind of dwindling a little bit, but Austin comedy scene, New York comedy scene, Nashville, there's a comedy scene. Like, Detroit has not really, its comedy scene hasn't necessarily been, like, at least from, like, what I see as, like, a white person, it hasn't been as promoted as it should be, because it is, like, there's a lot of talent, And
what it is the Detroit comedy scene is very we got homage. We got like roots out here in the comedy scene. So it's like we got people who was out here doing comedy before people thought they was funny. Like, we got people that people don't even read up on, like, oh damn, they was from Detroit. You know what I mean? Like, do your research. Right. You know what I mean? Do your homework on Buddy them. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's like I mean, Detroit always been rich with we're literally always doing something. Yeah. We stay ahead of the curve somewhere. Yeah. You know what I mean? So just because it's not promoted don't mean that they're not coming to pay homage. People come out here. Detroit comedy scene is only going to change because of the comedians that are in it. And luckily for us, we have some great freaking comedians out here.
Oh yeah, phenomenal. I mean, Kirk, you're one of them, bro.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
No, dude, for real. Like, and something that I do like is I like to fuck around with ChatGPT. I like to talk to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I was talking to ChatGPT, and I'm like, what makes the Detroit comedy scene? Yeah. Feel free to, if you want to open that. Oh, what makes the Detroit comedy scene a little different? Or why does it seem different than New York, LA, blah blah? And what ChatGPT said was that in Detroit it's much more gritty. Like, they're willing to let you, they're gonna let you know if you're doing good or if you're not, and I love that because that's the only way you get better. Like, I remember one time, that feels so good. Thank you for opening that door. It gets hot as hell in this studio, but
I had to let up the pants on my knee. Had to lift the pants up on my knees and let my knees breathe. I was like, boy, my socks too hot.
But guys, it will be figured out. It will be figured out. So don't be dissuaded from coming here or anything like that. But so with Detroit, the Detroit comedy scene, it's super cool. Everyone's, it seems like everyone is supportive if you're supportive of them, at least, and that's what I've noticed. And it's very like, it's like a family in a way. You know what I mean? At least from what I've seen.
All comedy should be a family.
I agree.
Yeah, all comedy should be a family. Comedy is nothing but one big hippie circle. You feel me? If I was to break it down, it's like that's all that comedy. Like, it's a whole bunch of different type of nationalities and shit bonding over one type of goal.
Right.
To have one type of outcome.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's to make the world laugh. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, your people who stay strong and stay, steadfast, and they work hard on their craft to actually help the people who come out and pay money for these tickets.
Yeah.
Some of these tickets ain't cheap. I understand. I appreciate every single last one of y'all, okay? Because if don't nobody pay to come, then who the heck is we? So
exactly.
I gotta say that you is right about that, about Detroit. Detroit is a lot like Apollo. I had even seen comedians come on after the comedian then bombed and basically build
like build them up.
No. They make new material off of how bad they
oh yeah.
They behind the scenes.
Man, what?
They up in like this. You need to do this a little bit, But
that's how it be. Getting killed.
You cry.
I'm talking about. When I look, when was the first time that you? This is my question to him, you guys. Okay, so this is This is the end of the show. I just want y'all to know I've been Kirk de Jerk. We are on here at the J Rod podcast. Yeah. Shout out to J Rod for having me, man. We got the
J Rod pod.
J Rod boy, that's me right here. I just stick out. I'm at the bottom because my head long. I'm at the bottom, so that's me at the bottom. That's my long head, and so Kirk de Jerk chilling with J Rod pod. And so my question is, just a silly question, but when was the first time that you bought? When was the first time you was like, oh damn?
So the first time I ever did, so I consider February 18th the first time I actually did like comedy because it was at a comedy club.
Okay.
Or, you know, like it was actually at a place. I did a open mic at a Coffee Bean when I was in college, like way back when, and this was before COVID and whatnot. And
Right.
I went up there and I just told a story about how I shit myself once, and no one laughed. No one laughed, bro. And so it was like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, can you see how I would think that would be funny? But if you don't know how to deliver it, it's just like sad. It was like sad.
Literally just told him a story about just how you pooped your pants. And it was just like, it was a sad story.
The first time I ever bombed was my first time ever doing comedy. I go up at the Coffee Bean in Plymouth, and I just go up there. No one else is doing comedy. They're all performing beautiful art, you know, singing and stuff. And I go over there, and I'm just like, you know, I'm a comedian. My first time ever. I'm a comedian, so here we go. I don't even know how to start it, and I just go, yeah. So one time I got real drunk at my friend's lake house, and I was taking Xanax, and I fell asleep, and I shit my pants, and then I stood up in the morning, and a turd rolled down my shorts onto the floor, in front of a bunch of hot chicks.
Bro.
But imagine,
very painful, bro.
Imagine like the delivery. So I'm like thinking, oh, this is gonna crush. This is gonna crush. But I've never done comedy, so like I'm just like basically just telling these people I've shit myself before.
That's all. That's all that's being said.
That's all, you know. And no one laughed. I could feel like the worst part was when I sat down. When it was like, was that your first time doing it? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, you did good. It's like, dude, don't give me that. I don't need the sympathy. That makes me feel worse. You know what I mean?
I can definitely understand that.
But then also, what up? But then also, the first time I bombed at a comedy club was definitely, I would say, at Tony Roney's. Because, dude, I had gone there. I had to go there like 3 times before they finally let me up. Because at the time I was working a job, and it was in the PM, and so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so I would show up kind of later. Yeah. Finally, they let me up because they kept showing up.
Dang, yeah, because they gotta let you up eventually. Got
up, bombed.
He said got up there, just
got up, bombed.
Just dropped it.
May have said some racial shit.
I might have said a slur or two.
No, I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
And I might have did a slur or two.
It was more like this. It was more like this. It was like what was the joke? It was such a shitty joke. Oh, it was Black History Month actually, because it was around this time. I go you know, it's Black History Month, and I had a buddy with me, and I told him, hey,
is he black?
No, he was white. And I go, Bo, this is what I want you to do. I'm gonna look at you. I had to like plan it out. I'm like, I'm gonna look at you, and if they laugh, I'm gonna say this. If they don't laugh, then I'm not gonna talk to you at all. All right, and we're just gonna leave.
Go ahead and let it ride.
and this is actually the first time I did good. I said it's Black History Month, you know, and it was something along the lines of like basically just me joking, saying like I'm excited for it to be over. Something like that, right? It's stupid, but that wasn't the joke.
Right. But you just couldn't get the joke.
I can't remember.
Together.
I can't remember what it was. It was funny. It was funny though because people laughed, and then I looked at my buddy and I go, "Hey, you can shut off the car. I think we're good."
I think we're good.
But that was
Bro, so that's crazy.
It was nuts.
So wait, you were out here?
What do you mean?
In Plymouth, Michigan?
So COVID happened, and so everything shut down. So I never went back up after that, me telling the story of me shitting myself.
Right, but that was weird. That was in Michigan, though?
Yeah, that was in Plymouth, Michigan.
Oh, yeah, Plymouth, Michigan. Okay.
At a Coffee Bean.
So my first time I've ever bombed, I was in Harlem, New York. Yeah, I know.
That sounded nice.
Oh man, yeah. So I got invited. I want to say I got invited. Or I talked to somebody. I got put on the show, and I went to New York. And I go out there. It's in Harlem. I catch the train. I catch the wrong train.
Oh.
So I get off the train. I'm on Hoe Ave, and I was like, well, this is gonna be fun. I'm on Hoe Ave. Where's all the hoes? You know, so like that's what I'm saying to myself.
Right.
In front of like fucking some government official building as I need to get back on the train to get to this fucking show.
What you're telling me right now, is this the joke? Or is this what's happening?
This is what's happening
Okay.
in Harlem.
Got you.
I need to get to the fucking place. The place is called The Spot.
Okay.
And I'm on my way to The Spot. I didn't make it. I missed The Spot.
Oh.
Yeah. So like I heard G Spot. I didn't hit the G Spot. I hit Hoe Ave. I hit somebody else. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So now I got to get back to the fucking spot. So I hopped back on the train. I was on like the G train or something like shit. And then I hopped on the F train. I'm on the wrong fucking train.
So you're still,
I'm trying to get to the show.
Got you.
I'm trying to get to the fucking show. And so like I'm not getting down there. And so I'm like, fuck. Shit. Google Maps be a fence, you know? So like we finally get to the show. I fucking get there as soon as we fucking pay to get in. We bought a fifth of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
And we fucking drink it was maybe like a shot and a half of liquor left.
Oh, wow.
Me and my cousin. Because he lives in he wasn't in Brooklyn yet. He was somewhere else. But like I'm out there. We out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like we fucking go in there, like we get fucked up. And then he tells me to go on stage. He was like, bro, you're late as shit. Because I'm already like 30 minutes late.
Yeah.
So he's like, bro, we're about to go into the lightning round.
What's that?
Like the show has already happened. Preliminaries are done,
right.
Bro. Preliminaries have finished.
So like
we are down to like we are down to like the last 7 people. Like we're doing like the whole.
Well, you speed it up.
So he's like, yo, you need to like come on. So like I'm like, all right, bet. So I go to my cousin. I'm like, bro, I'm about to go in like fucking like 7 minutes, bro. He's like, all right, bet. Whips out the fucking fifth. Twist off the cap, bro. We just start down and shot. I hop on stage, bro. I fucking forget everything that I'm supposed to say. I hop out there and I was like, yeah. I'm Kirk de Jerk, Michigan. Like, bro, I got nothing, bro. I have nothing.
Because you forgot it.
I'm fucking drunk damn near, bro. I took like 6 shots.
Was it swerving?
It wasn't swerving or nothing, bro. But I'm fucking buzzed. I'm good and fucking buzzed. This is my 2nd year of doing comedy.
Okay.
So I don't even have my whole fucking story.
Right.
Together yet, like to have a cohesive. I'm still working on time. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Working on your time, your verification time. You know what I mean? Like, do you got a verified fucking 10 minutes? Do you got 5 minutes?
Gotcha.
You know, you get your 3 turns into 5. Yeah, and that shit. So like, I don't have that yet, bro.
Right.
I got some raw shit, but I don't have that. So like, I'm fucking up, bro. And when I say I knew I failed, when I was like, yeah. And I had got robbed, and they was like, yeah. Oh, so you from Inkster? And then somebody was like, ah! I'm like, oh yeah, I lost. It's time to go.
Dude,
so like I finish, I suffer through. I finish, I'm like, bro, I'm done. I get off stage, my man's the host. His name is Red, bro. Red hops on, bro. I'm in Harlem, New York. I've never met this guy a day in my life.
Yeah.
This dude's like, yo, give it up for Kirk de Jerk one more time. Yeah, I know I said he was a special nigga from Detroit. Well, I'm about to fly his special ass first class back to that bitch.
Oh, shit.
It's time for Kirk de Jerk to go. That shit was horrible, wasn't it? I'm talking about, nigga, I'm in the back of the fucking place looking at him talk shit about me. I'm like, nigga, I'm still here. I'm still here, bro. I don't give a fuck. That shit sucked. Bro, anytime a nigga lean his neck back and say suck like that, bro, like
he said that.
That shit was that hurt my heart, bro. From then on, I was like, bro, I don't want to bomb. I'm not like that, bro. That shit hurt my heart, bro.
I bet, dude.
I wasn't even at home.
Hearing someone talking shit about you right there.
Bro, we got another. Well, shout out to Mo. My girl Mo Win.
Shout out Mo.
Hell yeah. Mingling in this bitch.
Oh, just live?
Yeah, shit. Every time was heading into the crew. Okay, so y'all just heard about how I bombed. This is my guy, Johnny Gargano.
What up?
Shout out to him.
Johnny Gargano, Johnny Rodriguez.
Johnny Gargano. It's a DIY, bro. It's wrestling. It's WWE.
Bro, I don't know anything. Bro.
Yeah, I think he's Italian.
I'm not Italian.
I know you're not Italian. It just works.
I'm offended. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, bro.
All right. This is just my light-skinned friend. Yeah. What time is it? Because it's ready.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm about to.
This episode will be coming out, guys. Next week on Tuesday.
Next week on Tuesday, he might take this as a promo to let you know that this podcast,
J-Rod Pod,
Kirk de Jerk.
Kirk de Jerk, and also check out Le Jerk's edibles. I'll try one. The Primo.
He's not lying, actually.
No lie.
That's true. These are facts.
But all right, guys.
Yeah,
thank you for listening,
guys.
And
Appreciate you.
Follow us both. Descriptions will be in the, links to everything will be in the.
Mine will be right here, and mine will be right here. We're gonna try to. All right, fuck his side. We're gonna put one right here.
We're gonna have pictures of our cats as well.
Ooh, can I get a cat right here?
Bro.
Ooh, can I put my dog in?
You can put whatever you want in, bro.
All right. One dog picture right here, and then we'll just boop and just because we love animals.
All right, you guys. That is it. Here, one sec. Shout out Kirk. Shout out Will.
Yeah.
We all thought. Appreciate you guys. And keep making that money,
Yeah, what he said. And you keep on making them laugh